I'm gonna get straight to the point in this video. If you get offended easily, leave. This is not for you because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Hey guys, I never film YouTube videos out of the blue, but I was so inspired today because this morning I went to do an interview. So when I was over there, this girl just started her transition. She used to watch my videos, my old videos. She was talking about how the moment she started her transition was the hardest. I was just answering her questions and it really inspired me. Really comfy. We're gonna just get into it. Here are things you need to know before you transition. If you are about to transition and you are thinking about it and you're not sure, and you know it's been a couple days, it's been a couple weeks that you're actually thinking about, am I transgender? Should I transition? What am I? My basic opinion is based on what I saw with people that I know. If you know what being trans is and you are not sure if that's what you are, most of the times you will not be. If you are, as soon as you know what being trans is, you will do it. If you can live the way that you are and just question if, would I be happier if I did this? I don't think that you are.
Editing Adea here. I just want to say that I just listened and edited to what I just said, and I realized that I sounded so egotistical because it's, you know, my story and how it happened, and by me saying that, oh, it happened like that for me, so if it doesn't for you, that means you're not trans, it sounded kind of really bad. So I called my friend to get a second opinion. She explained to me her transition story, which I had heard before, but I just, like, it didn't pop in my head when I was explaining this. And she realized later that she was trans, but she knew what trans was, like, years and years before she transitioned. And I don't see her any less trans than me. She's my sister. I love her. So yeah, I just wanted to add this and keep this in because, you know, I believe that it's important to show that you make mistakes, and, you know, sometimes you can be a little bit egotistical, but it's all about how you handle it and how you keep up with it. I love you guys and keep watching. There's like really good stuff in this video.
Scientifically, because it is proven by science. You can't just be trans and want to be trans. You are born trans. You're just not born transition. Obviously you're gonna have to transition, but the people that are actually trans and do actually transition were born this way, and that's the fucking treatment that they had to do. The studies that were shown is they took brain scans from a man and a female and a trans person. So obviously male and females don't have the same brain at all. It's like a very different brain. They found that the trans people, their brain were more similar to the gender that they were saying that they were. So basically, if you took a brain scan of my brain right now, it wouldn't look like a male or female brain, but it would look more like a female brain than a male brain. They also found that when they started the treatment for gender dysphoria, which is what you feel because your brain is not connected with your body, when you start taking hormones, you experience true dopamine. You finally understand what it is to be happy. You can have fun. You don't have that much stress anymore. And it does make sense because obviously I went through it. I know that it's not something I decided to do. It's not an option that I have to not transition, because if I didn't, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be here today. That's what you need to know first. You have to buckle up, bitch, because it's gonna be really hard. No matter where you are in life and you are transitioning, it's gonna be a fucking insane and crazy. I feel like there's so much false ideas about trans people now because there's so much stuff out there, and it's kind of like confusing the people that were not even aware of what being trans was. You also have to remember that the trans community is a very artificial world, in the sense that it's all about surgeries, it's all about beauty, it's all about passing. And if you are reaching that level where you are passing, then you get hated on because you are passing. Like, it makes no sense. If you are not passing, you just started your transition, you're gonna get hate because you are not passing, you're not cute, whatever. And then when you reach that goal, you get hated on because, oh my god, you have privilege, you have no idea what it's like. There's no winning. So do not focus on the transgender goals with the whole transition. you should be focusing on how you feel and what makes you feel good. If you feel amazing and people are telling you that you look ugly, you look not passing at all, and you will never look like a girl or whatever, and you feel fine and you feel feminine and your dysphoria is gone, you don't need any more things. Like, you are good. You're doing this for you. You're not doing this for anyone else. And I understand that it's a lot of pressure because no one in the world knows what you're going through except for your other trans sisters and your trans brothers and whatever. So you feel like a bond with them. So when they tell you something, it matters more than other people. I don't know if that makes sense. But the one thing that is certain for everyone on earth is that you will spend the rest of your life with you. So make sure that you are happy and that you are where you need to be and you are doing what you need to be doing. If you're doing something for someone else, when they leave, what are you gonna do now? Not my friend texting me if we want to do this surgery together.
I'm officially 1 month post-op.
When you are transitioning, when you are taking your hormones, the hormones that you are taking, whether it's by injection, by pills, or by patches, it obviously isn't natural hormones. It's synthetic, it's created, it's not like taken from a natural born woman and then put into you. It's literally created in the lab. So the pills will go by your liver. Your liver is very important in the human body. If you are taking the pills, you need to be healthy and you need to think about your liver because they are going through your liver. So that means no more alcohol, or, you know, I drink alcohol and I take the pills, but I don't drink it as much because I am aware of the dangers of like liver failure and stuff. It's pretty serious. I know it's like, you know, exaggerated, but it's better to be aware and thinking about these things than to just ignore them and then look them in the eye when it's happening. I, you know, drink, I would say like once every 2 weeks, or I try when I go out not to drink. There are ways to, you know, go around it if you actually want to, like, you know, live your 20s, because let's be real, like, you're in your 20s or you're in your like teen years or whatever, and you want to party, you want to have fun, you don't want to miss out, and when you're older say that like you regret not doing it. Like, there are ways to go around it. Eating healthier is like really good, and obviously for everything it's good. If you are a very sweet tooth person just like me, there are ways to go around it. Again, like, I have loads of fruits in the week. So I do this thing where in the whole week I do not eat any sugar. The only sugar I do eat is like fruits, and then in the weekends is where I'm gonna usually eat actual sugar and like eat wheat and like stuff that is not really good for you. That's like how I do it. There are ways to be healthier that are so easy. Like, if you're drinking 2 cups of water a day, it's so easy to drink more water. Just like, you know, purchase a big water bottle, put a straw in it, and it's so much easier drinking water. We make stuff that is so simple so complicated in our heads. I could make a video for you guys on like my routines and what I did to be healthier, stuff that I changed and stuff that I started doing to be healthier and to, you know, lose excess fat that was in places that you don't really want it to be. Things that helped me with like my dysphoria and how I view myself and my health. I think it's like the most important thing. I wish really that I did this in the beginning of my transition, because for so long after I started transitioning, I wasn't eating right, I wasn't drinking enough water, I wasn't doing enough exercising, I wasn't doing these things that I'm doing now, and it just caused me to not like myself even more and compare myself to other trans girls, and that's something you can't do. Everyone goes in their own pace. You might be slow like the turtle, but you're gonna win the race. Men with trans girls, it's not a good combination, because when you start your transition, you have in your head that you need a male person in your life because it's gonna make you feel more feminine. In your head, you have the idea that you need that Prince Charming to make you feel like a princess. I'm here to tell you that you do not. You don't. If you're just starting your transition right now and you are on dating websites, you know, the black and yellow app, the hands you put yourself into need to be trustworthy. And when you are starting your transition, you are so vulnerable. You cannot afford to be let down and have, I don't know, your heart broken or treated like shit by a man. And that's most likely going to happen because unfortunately men almost, I would say there's so many guys out there that have like a fucking fetish for trans women, especially if you're in their beginnings. They love that because it's kind of like if they know that you are the most vulnerable you will ever be, so you are the easiest to play around with. All the men that are so publicly out with like hating trans people and like, oh my god, trans girls are men, and so into it and so like focused on spreading that message, they're most likely the biggest fans. I would say put yourself first when you're starting your transition. Don't fuck with any men. When you're just starting your transition, it's really not the best time to put yourself in the hands of a dummy man. I did it. It backtracked me so far. I didn't have to go through that. And if I waited, you will be ready when you fully love yourself. So I think that is it for today's video. I pretty much feel like I got a lot out. There is definitely more, so let me know if you guys want me to do a part 2. This is basically what I was telling the girl this morning, and she really, from what I saw, really liked hearing what I had to say. So I hope you guys liked it too. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.